poor people and the RFK choice. So one of the things about, let's see, oh, here we go, fellas. There they are. There's the duckies. Yeah, duckies. Oh, and you're like you look the mama ducks just hanging out. Darn little baby ducks growing up so fast. Oh, look at them just munching away on the slime in the slough. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. Oh, and there goes another one. Didn't even see it. So well camouflaged. Oh, wow. Look at those colors show. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, that's right. All right. So, and this is definitely one that applies especially to urban Black America, these people who supposedly live in food deserts, even though they're in cities, which the two don't actually coincide in the same place at the same time. It's you burnt your grocery stores down, and I know this because I remember Cats from Hunters Point talking about how they had a grocery store and they burn it down. So somebody like me who has some knowledge of this, I'm not buying this food desert shit. No, what this is, and what keeps happening is this thing of, oh, we need these programs to help poor people eat because, like, poor people don't know how to cook things. Well, RFK really exposed what really is going on. No, poor females feed their kids garbage. That's what it is. Poor females who are non-Asian will typically feed their kids fucking garbage. I get to see it in quasi-rural Oregon, and I get to see it because I work at a store. So because and I've also served a lot of food to a lot of people. So I see what people eat. When times are good and being organic is like the thing to do, not only are people, all about the organic and this and that, they're to the point that they're ridiculous about it. Northwest, the blue enclaves are full of people who are allergic to water and air. They're allergic to, certain wavelengths of light. They're allergic to reality. They get really big deal allergic attacks. So they need to always ask you about all the allergens and everything. But he did bring up the seed oil thing, which is a big deal. Northwest environmental activists should be very happy about that. That you should be very, 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 very happy. There is no other win any of you environmentalists are going to get. What the first thing you should do, now that you have the chance, but you won't, because too many of you are not really as smart as you want to think you are. You should hype up the RFK end of it. Hit him up with lots of emails that are constructive. Hit his staff up with emails that are constructive about what foods to go after first, such that you can actually help repair the environment, because usually heavily processed foods also involve things that people find very objectionable as far as the environment. Now, as far as like, oh, well, meat, no, you're going to lose that battle because you're crazy. Meat's better. Vegans are insane. Actually, vegans are often mentally ill people, more often than not. And so, you can lose that battle, or you can lose that battle, or lose that war. You can lose that battle and that war, or you could win by going after seed oils and starting to reform the American food system so that it has regulations a bit more like Europe's, where you can't process things as much. You basically can't step on the dope as much. So that's fundamentally, you make it, use easy terms for people to understand. So there's also a lot of people that they talk about, the way, this or that community turns out Are they being fed garbage? Are their mothers feeding them garbage? If they're feeding them garbage, and especially if dad isn't around, to use the word no, physiologically they're being turned into fucking retards. So it's kind of good RFK did what he did. And it's, yeah. And also, if anybody has a problem with what I just said, you really actually don't understand that there's good, solid developmental science that actually goes into child development and human biology that has touched on this. No, for real. That there is a nexus there. The people who eat garbage and having fundamentally this aspect of their mind that they can't tame their appetites, and they can't tame their appetites because we didn't have the physiological effect that the father has on the brain and the nervous system. That for some reason fathers have something to do with making people rein in their worst behaviors. Now, this also has a lot to do then with the rebelliousness of women. And key thing I brought up about Black America and the birth control pill, one of the things is, and this is again a thing known about the birth control pill always, but is even more important nowadays to understand this effect that we know about. The birth control pill actually makes you like somebody that every evolutionary signal about them that they're giving you is wrong. So this is a big reason why the women who are on the birth control pill get with this nigga was so fine. This nigga had abs. This nigga carried a gun. He would have his gun in his abs, and oh my god, he made money. And well, what really? And then at some point, she's not on the pill and she gets knocked up. But then what happens? She starts talking crazy, right? Starts getting mad all the time because she didn't ever like him. Physiologically, at a deep evolutionary level, this was the wrong mate to choose. The thing is, though, when you're boggled by things like artificial doses of various, when you're basically constantly pregnant, which is what the birth control is fooling you into, it fucks up your brain, and we know that. That's not. There's a bunch of people that are uninformed that don't know that. Then there's people like me that I've watched the Aiden Paladin 2-hour fucking analysis where she went into not just here's the definitive science, here's definitively what's happening to the body, here's all the studies that buttress what I'm saying. So key, here's the definitives, here's the words that you use in this field of knowledge, here's the many decades of evidence that buttresses what she was arguing, that the birth control pill severely alters the centers of decision making related to sexual partnership. And it's, yeah, and it's one of those things. It's chemicals. It's chemicals. That's what the deal is. So remember, a big part of this is that without the man there, the kid's brain doesn't develop right. Without the man there, there's a lot of theory that you actually lose IQ points. When you eat shit, you lose IQ points. Black people do not live in asthma zones. No, they're just exceedingly unhealthy people. It doesn't matter what people want to say. The ones who are athletes that are very healthy are athletes who are very healthy. The ones who are not, who they're just riddled with some problem or another, most of that's congenital, because most health outcomes are congenital in nature. Not dealing with it, don't have to care. I could just live longer than you because I have, Yankee Anglo-Saxon kind of bloodlines enough that if I take care of myself correctly, I should live a long time. If I don't take care of myself correctly, I will die at approximately the ages that my parents died at. So that's, yeah, and that's why I made sure to actually not just become, like, have some kind of coursework that I'd done on this kind of subject, but that also I used to teach it. I used to teach people how to, the ancient Chinese exercises of longevity. But now I keep it to myself because I started to notice too many people just want to be lushes. And and fuck around, and then people started trying to tell me about the prick and COVID and all that, and I'm just like, okay, right, yeah. So you took the first aid course, okay, yeah. You took the first responder course. Oh yeah, right. Oh, you heard that? You heard that on CNN, huh? Oh yeah. I'm getting all my information from the internet. Yeah. Oh, I must be a dumb negroid who can't understand. And now, of course, I'm totally vindicated. And Dr. Fauci has another deadly illness or something, but discredited and full of illnesses. But anyway, I highly recommend people start big upping RFK, because there's a lot of people that it's like, no. You don't understand. You don't understand. If you don't know the yeah. If deoxyribonucleic acid doesn't come to your mind when you're discussing, when somebody says DNA and you don't think deoxyribonucleic acid, when none of this, when no if you don't know what a lysosome is, if you confuse lysosome and rhizome, then don't don't come at people who know the difference. Don't come at people who it's like, yeah, I used to be a trainer and I trained myself, and you can't really figure out what decade of age I am, without me, telling you a lot of things. It's, if, you look at me, you're not sure if I'm 40 something or 50 something or 30 something. It's that's one, that comes with the hardware, but two, it's backed up by software. And health is wealth, like the bartenders used to say. That's right.